Coach Irving. Coach, how was the week of training coming into today?
Well, we had a good week of training. Obviously, it turned hot pretty quickly from 50s to 90s, 40-degree difference. So it was a good week, but we had to be careful of the heat. We haven't had that much heat so far, but it was a good week of practice, that's for sure.
There's been a little bit of a goal-scoring drought. Where do you think the goals will come from your team here?
Well, obviously, it's a team. We win as a team, we lose as a team. It's not just any individual. We got to play better as a team and create better chances. And final pass is key, and our final pass has been poor. But we got to create more chances, and the opportunities will come.
Defensively, are you happy with your performances 4 games in?
Well, 4 games, a young side, a lot of new players, just like Charleston now, so we're early into the season. But there's still a lot of work to be done. Are we the finished product? No, but we've still got a lot of work to do.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
It's Wilmington. It's going to be an absolute battle. Dave Irving's going to have the team prepared. They defend well. They play a direct style, long throw-ins. They play it diagonal. They'll play it in over the shoulder of our defenders and work and cause you a problem. So we've got to be ready. So it's going to be a battle like it was on the road, but we've been tested 4 road games, and we've done very well. But we're here at home, and we want to get that goal. The key's still going to be the same thing. Let's do well out wide. Let's make sure we defend well, but get the ball up front, create chances, and we put the ball in the back of the net, we're going to be tough to stop.
Well, playing against Wilmington, it will be somewhat, I would say, a dream come true for me. I'm going to play against my cousin back in Jamaica, Javon Watson. And the guy, Ashani Fairclough, he's my good friend. Good friend. Andre Campbell, the left back guy for Wilmington, we play for the same team back in Jamaica, Portmore United. So it would be a dream come true playing against my Jamaican brothers and my family. So I'm looking forward for a wonderful game and a game of fun too. But obviously we want to win that game.
We haven't lost at home. We're happy to be at home. We haven't lost, but we haven't won. So we want to get that first win here, because if we get the first win and get those goals, we're going to, it takes another weight off our shoulders, and we get rolling and put ourselves in position. The great thing is the guys got 6 points, put themselves in position of where they should be in the league, because there's no way we should be, towards the bottom. And now we're right back up there. 1 win here, and boom, you're stepping up into the, 3rd and 4th place, ranks where you should be, and gives you a chance to get right back into the top 2.
America's top travel magazine named Charleston the best city in the nation, so it's no secret that people are flocking here. But people from all over the world come to MUSC for our unparalleled expertise year after year. Maybe that's why so many national organizations invest in our breakthroughs, and why so many of the world's top doctors continue to join us. So while Charleston's magnetic draw may not surprise you, we wanted to remind you about ours. MUSC, changing what's possible.
TuckersRum.com. How you doing, Low Country? T-Mac here at Home Team Barbecues, encouraging everyone to support live music. Visit our website, www.hometeambbq.com, for up-to-date info on our selections of the best up-and-coming blues, bluegrass, and Americana artists on tour today. Be sure to check Sullivan's Island for full band schedules, and West Ashley for up-to-date info on the weekly open jam, lunch specials, and special events. Visit hometeambbq.com now.
From the moment you enter the doors of the new MUSC Health Center in Mount Pleasant, you'll discover an extraordinary healthcare experience. Inside the lobby, a helpful medical concierge greets you warmly and directs you to your destination. Whether you need primary care, comprehensive women's breast care, urology, or one of many other services, you'll take comfort knowing you're backed by the largest team of specialists in the country, with the resources that only an academic medical center can provide. Which means we don't just treat you, we pioneer new ways to treat disease. The new MUSC Health Center is conveniently located at Internet Boulevard and Highway 17. It's proof that we're not just practicing medicine, we're perfecting it. Visit muschealth.com/Cooper to learn more. MUSC Health, changing what's possible.
Proud sponsor of the Battery. Bottles is Mount Pleasant's only beverage superstore. 16,000 square feet of wine, beer, and spirits. Bottles boast the largest selection and lowest prices east of the Cooper. No need to drive to West Ashley. Bottles has growlers, kegs, craft beers, weekly wine and spirits tastings, and hand-rolled cigars. Be local. Buy local. Locally owned Bottles Beverage Superstore. 610 Coleman Boulevard in the Moultrie Shopping Center.
The Charleston Battery hosts the Pittsburgh Riverhounds Saturday, May 24th at Blackbaud Stadium. It's family night, presented by Charleston Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Your family can.
Is this the last ad, Melissa?
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
$30 plus there'll be post-game fireworks. Join the Charleston County Parks Fun Zone featuring Charleston Jump Castles, and there'll be $2 Miller Lite drafts till kickoff. Get your family pack now. Call 971-GOAL, 971-4625, or visit charlestonbattery.com.
And welcome back to Blackboard Stadium. We're right at kickoff. Battery versus Hammerheads, and it's coming up in just a second. Let me quickly pay some bills. USLProSoccer.com. Score, stats, news and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USLPro. Make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. And Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube this year. 2014 features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Battery YouTube channel today. All right, the visiting starting lineup. It's Quillian in goal. Yaya Musa in defense with Fairclough, Davidson, Campbell, Miller, Parrott, Nicholson and Lovitz in the midfield, Aparicio and Ochoa up front. The Battery with Cooper in goal, Griffith, Falvey, the captain, Ferguson and Wilson. The midfield, Prince, Sanyang, Van Schaik and Lewis up front. Adam Mena gets his start tonight alongside big Mamadou Diouf. And away we go here at Blackboard Stadium as the Battery send it forward early, and Diouf is in behind, but he's also offside, and that'll be a free kick for the Wilmington Hammerheads. A good little touch there from Adam Mena to try and put him away. If you're wondering, if you haven't been keeping up with current events with the Battery, if you're wondering where Omar Salgado and Jackson Farmer are, and Marlon Ramirez, all three recalled to the Battery's MLS affiliate, and we certainly wish them the very best of luck. I heard that Omar Salgado may actually get in the game tonight against Columbus. I don't think he's starting. That game also kicked off at 7:30 p.m. as Wilmington bang it downfield. Long direct ball forward. It's taken down on the chest on the far side. Hammerheads have it. Sent back into the midfield. The Battery in their defensive shape. And here's Fairclough now for Wilmington. Out to this near side to Musa. Tackled by Zach Prince. It'll be a throw-in for the Hammerheads. Our referee tonight is Juan Colazo. Here come Wilmington now with Miller. Little short pass forward down the line. Kept alive over there. Wilson's going to have to defend here as he tries to go to the byline there. That's Aparicio. And across comes Amadou Sanyang and just scoops it away up the line. It'll be a throw-in for Wilmington. Not the explosive start that I expected, Dane.
No, both teams sort of feeling each other out here in the early going. Actually, you saw that first touch by Adam Mena, which was very convincing over the top to Mamadou Diouf. And these guys are starting to get into a rhythm offensively. Really, defensively was where Coach Anhauser was most comfortable in his team leading up in the last few weeks. But really, the last couple of games, this Charleston Battery attack has really come together. But they got to shore things up defensively now, a set piece.
Yeah, well, you saw Colin Falvey conceding a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. That is the last thing you want to do. And this is a big chance for Wilmington here in the third minute. Where's the referee going to place it? Well, he's he's moved it. You know, if you're going to call the foul, call it where it happened. It was a bit closer to the 18-yard box than that. But you know what? Perfect distance here, and this is a chance.
Yeah, Wilmington won't mind. Excuse me, Andrew. This ball being moved back just a bit away from the 18.
Yeah, that will help, and it's Lovitz who will take it. And he curls it round the wall, or it's saved, and followed up, it's in! 1-0 Wilmington, 3rd minute on the follow-up. It was a good save by Cooper, but there at the back post, I'm not sure which Wilmington player it was, but he tucked it away, and the Hammerheads have a 1-0 lead.
What a start for Wilmington. The dream start for the Hammerheads. This is a team that has been starved with goals over the last few games, and to get one in the first 3 minutes is absolutely vital for this Wilmington Hammerhead side, and Dave Irving will be very pleased converting off of a really quite a mindless foul to start off the game right outside the box. He had plenty of help, did Colin Falvey, and if he looks back at the tape, he might say he did not quite need to do that.
Nicholson, who gets credit for the goal, following up from the set piece. Charleston concede early at Blackboard Stadium. They've got some work to do now, and Wilmington with their tails up, having taken the lead here on the road. There's a giveaway, and it's Andre Lewis for the Battery. Just slips away from his man, pushes it on the outside to Griffith. Griffith cuts inside, finds Mena wide on the far side. 2 in the middle for the Battery. Mena can get the ball inside, and he can't. He dribbles into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in now for Wilmington on the far side. Dream start for Coach David Irving and his Wilmington Hammerheads here at Blackboard Stadium.
Well, no, excuse me, Andrew, talking to Coach Anhauser before the game, he was saying that getting that first goal, getting an early goal, that first punch was going to be vital, especially against a team like Wilmington who does put so much emphasis defensively. So now the Battery will be clawing back into this game against a very sound defensive squad.
We'll see what the response is like from the home side. It's a free kick here for Charleston from just inside the half. Jared Van Schaik over the ball. And he plays it short just to change the angle for Griffith, who smashes it forward. That was a shot cross from Griffith, but no real problem there as Aparicio just got his body in the way. And now Charleston with a throw-in on the far side. You're listening to this game live on 1450 AM. He balloons that throw across the middle, away by the Hammerheads. Van Schaik tries to help it on again. Falvey gets his foot in there. Sent wide to Griffith again. Lewis asking for it down the line. Takes it in stride, the young Jamaican. Cuts past one player. Little step over at the top of the 18. He flicks it forward to Van Schaik, who can't keep it under control, and Wilmington pump it away. Nice control there from Lewis, who is one of the creative players that the Battery have on the side. That's away by the keeper, Cooper. Van Schaik beaten in the air at the halfway line, but he wins it back on the second attempt. Now Mena, dispossessed himself, and he's going to have to do a little bit better than that, young Adam Mena. Beaten on the dribble there as well as Wilmington bring it to the halfway line. Now back goal side. There's the long ball through the middle. Ferguson's got to have to force it out wide. It's with Miller for the Hammerheads. There's the cross, flicked away by Van Schaik. Maybe a chance for a strike. No, Mena gets back goal side to stop it. Here's Musa. Now Nicholson. Musa again on the right side. Kept alive there. The goal scorer just sends it to the top of the 18. It gets a bit congested. Charleston parry it clear. And the referee blows his whistle. He saw something, I didn't even see it. Little foul at the edge of the 18-yard box. And it'll be a free kick for the Charleston Battery.
Promising start here from Wilmington. Not only the goal, but just the way they've been pushing up, pushing forward. And watching some of their film over the last couple of games, that's not something that they really started off too many of their games doing, and really taking it to the Battery right now. Some knife-to-neck stuff.
Charleston scoring 6 goals last weekend. They need a goal here tonight to get back into this. There's a long ball through the middle. It's away by Cooper, safely into touch. Throw in Hammerheads.
And this is a team that is still in its fragile stages of the season where, you know, a goal early on can rattle the confidence a little bit. This is a team that didn't win in 6 games to start the season, the Charleston Battery. So they do need that sort of boost of morale, that come out, play well, and getting that first goal down, that's going to hurt. It'll be an interesting thing to see Charleston and how they fight back.
Nicholson plays it short. Here come Wilmington now on this near side. Wilson beaten in the air. Maybe a chance for a cross. It swung in dangerously. Ferguson just stabs it away. Wilson digs in again defensively. He's going to need some help from Prince. The ball sent into the box and away by Sean Ferguson. He's saying that should have been a free kick, but it's just going to be a throw-in down by the corner flag on this near side. If you're tuning in late and wondering why, it's going to be a free kick actually. He did blow his whistle. If you're wondering why the Battery are wearing pink, it's Kick for the Cure tonight. The jerseys that you see tonight are going to be auctioned off to benefit Susan G. Komen. Well, there you go. It is a throw-in. I knew it was. Sometimes you just wonder if the message really gets through to the people on the field there. He signaled for a throw immediately. It is a throw, and it's John Wilson to take it here. Down the line for Prince. Comes back to Wilson. Wilson volleys high and balloons it up towards the halfway line. Diouf can't get it down. It's sent forward long by Wilmington. Wilson has to head away, and now Prince can look downfield. Hits it forward, looking for Mena. Bounces over the head of Mena. Oh, Diouf got hammered there by, who was that? Number 4, Ashani Fairclough, and it'll be a free kick for the Battery on this near side. Well, they can be a bit of a rough and tumble team, Wilmington. They can be direct as well. They have a 1-0 lead to protect, and you can bet they're going to do their utmost to try and hang on to that lead. There's a few Wilmington fans have made the trip over on the far side. They'll be cheering their team on. Right now, though, it's the Battery on the front foot with a free kick from this near side. Zach Prince will take it. Swings it in, looking for some movement at the back post. It's headed across the face by Ferguson. He couldn't pick out a teammate, and it's behind for a goal kick.
And it's the perfect ball from Prince to that back post. Ferguson lurking there. He's one of the tallest guys on the field and does everything right except send it back goalwards in front of the mouth of goal, waiting for Diouf or Mena to head it through.
Diouf wearing the number 10, the Battery's centre forward tonight. He'll be the main man, you would think. On loan, of course, from Major League Soccer's Vancouver Whitecaps. Sent out to this near side, but it's Ferguson who gets across quickest and looks downfield. Hits it long. It's over the head of Mena, brought down by Fairclough, and he just pings it forward. Nice touch to Parrott. Down the line it goes again. Back inside, Wilmington with possession. Inside the Battery half. Hit square, but very firmly. Good control there from Nicholson to keep it alive. Musa with a touch and swings it down the line. Nice turn. Miller. Just a little one inside. Back to Miller. Prince leaning into him, just giving him a little shove. He sends it back to Musa, and then he goes round Prince. Prince pushes him over, and that'll be a free kick for Wilmington.
Well, previewing the game before we got started here, we really talked about Wilmington being the direct team, but they're passing it around very intricately. It seems as though Charleston has adopted that more direct style where you see a lot of balls over the top, at least in the first 10 minutes.
There's the free kick into the box. It's away by Ferguson. Van Schaik flicks it on again, but Charleston struggling to string their passes together at the moment. They can't hang on to the ball. It's Wilmington on the front foot. They're 1-0 up here at Blackboard Stadium. Griffith over there defending for Charleston. There's the cross into the box, and it's an awkward one. Oh, that's a volley that's wide of the target. If that had been on frame, that could have troubled Additional Cooper.
Yeah, just a little flat-footed, the defense for Charleston here early on. It was, I believe, number 7, Manny Aparicio, was just sitting at the edge of the box waiting for that rebound and didn't have too many challenges around him. And like you said, had he put it on frame, it could have troubled Additional Cooper.
Sanyang wins the header. It's away by Wilmington, out to the right back. Yaya Musa chips it forward. Flick on, and now wide again to Miller. Wilson across to defend. Forces it back to Musa at the halfway line. Square to Nicholson, and now here's Fairclough. Allowed to bring it to the halfway line. Now wide to Musa. Pressure from Diouf. The ball is sent forward. It's headed away by Ferguson, but it's Wilmington who control. There's the long ball forward. Over the top of Wilson. Miller is there. Can he keep it in play? It's into touch off John Wilson. It's going to be a corner kick for the Hammerheads.
Miller has been active here in the first 12 minutes or so, really testing Johnny Wilson, who, to be quite fair to him, has played a lot of games here to start off the season early on, and maybe a few more than Coach Anhauser might have liked. And with Jackson Farmer going back up to Vancouver, his name will certainly be called on a bit more.
Lovitz will take the corner for Wilmington from this near side. It'll be an in-swinger off the left footer. They're all back defending for the Battery. Whipped into the middle, good corner, but it's away by Wilson at the near post. Not fully clear, it's flicked over the top, and that's behind for a goal kick. There's still a long line of people at the East ticket window waiting to get their tickets and come into the game. Here in the, let's see, we're in the 14th minute now at Blackboard Stadium, almost a quarter of an hour gone. It's Charleston trailing. Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 1. The goal scored by Nicholson in the 4th minute. Menner beaten in the air. Prince comes across and slices it into touch, and it'll be a throw-in for the Hammerheads right at the halfway line here. Of course, won't be in any particular hurry to get the game restarted with that lead, but we're back underway now. Davidson to the halfway line, allowed to bring it forward and passes it, rolls it in to Parrott. Now Nicholson. Long ball over the top, and that should be comfortable for Adisnell Cooper, the current USL Pro Player of the Week.
Yeah, well, didn't take him long to snap him out of that little daze of the Player of the Week accolades. 3 minutes in, he gets scored on and actually made a decent save off of the set piece. But
yeah, he did. It's not much he could do about the follow-up. It was a tricky one. That's into touch from the Battery. It's a throw-in for Wilmington.
If you're a Battery fan, you just would like to see Sanyang and Van Schaik maybe get a little more active. Nicholson and Parrott are finding some success roaming around the center of the park.
Yeah, Charleston seems like they're having a bit of trouble getting the ball, really. There's the ball on the ground, sent forward. Back it goes to Nicholson. Plays it wide, but it's cut out by Lewis. Has he got the pace to get there? I don't think he does. And Wilmington recover possession. Fairclough with it, the big central defender. Plays it out to the far side. That's Campbell over there. Now Griffith in with a tackle, but it's a throw-in for Wilmington. And you have to say, the Hammerheads have had the better of it in the first 15 minutes, plus they got the goal.
Interesting matchup over there on the far side between Andre Lewis and Andrea Campbell. Former teammates at Portmore United back in Jamaica, and actually Andre Lewis has a few connections. His cousin Jason Watson on Wilmington as well.
Griffith in with the tackle over there. It's kept alive, sent into the middle. Wilson looked like he was caught in two minds. He opts to head it wide, and it's behind for another corner.
Yeah, but he's left in solidarity out there. He's the only one looking to really defend against Stephen Miller, and had Miller got a touch on that, it could have spelled out disaster for the Battery.
Here's the corner for Wilmington. Lovitz will take it again. Swung in, good corner into a dangerous area. It bounces and it's punched away, not fully clear. It was Cooper who had to come and get a fist on it. Now it's Griffith for the Battery. Diouf's asking for it long and over the top. He's going to give chase here, but no real problems for Wilmington, who just volley back to the halfway line. Here's Lewis, snaps the header forward, straight to a Wilmington player, and it's Wilmington with possession again. That's late from Griffith. That's got to be a free kick, surely. And it'll be a free kick for the Hammerheads, and a talking to, I would think, maybe more for Quinton Griffith. Last warning from Juan Colazo, the referee.
Griffith with the, I'm not sure if it's the white or the gray hair here he selected today, and I'm not sure if it's a tribute to Morgan Freeman or the Vancouver Whitecaps, the Charleston Battery.
He should have gone for the pink hair, really.
Right, what's he doing?
It's a free kick for Wilmington on the far side, just inside the Battery half. 17 minutes in, Wilmington 1-0 up. Charleston defending here. Deep free kick, headed away by Wilson, straight to Nicholson, who just heads it straight back into the box. Ferguson underneath it, lumps it clear. Diouf will give chase, and Well played there, kept in, but Wilson now gets it on the ground, plays it forward to the halfway line. Mena beaten to the ball. Musa again for Wilmington. Plays it forward. Wilmington allowed to possess it here with Fairclough. Chip forward this time. Ferguson knocked to the ground. That's going to be a free kick for the Battery.
Something a little different in the lineup here today. Coach Anheuser electing to go with one forward in his starting 11. Diouf's going to have a lot of running to do here as he wants to pressure the back four, but so often we see Coach Anheuser field two strikers, whether it was Salgado, Cordovez, Dane Kelly, or
Mena. Well, Mena's kind of playing up there, maybe just a little bit behind him. He's lined up alongside Diouf right now. Little flick there. Oh, they're appealing, but no handball given. If that had found its way through, Mena would have been on goal there. Musa heads it away, and Wilson has to tackle, but the tackle goes straight to a Wilmington player. He goes to ground. That's from behind, and that's going to be a yellow card for John Wilson and a free kick for the Wilmington Hammerheads. Well, now he needs to be on his best behaviour, and it's another chance for Wilmington to send it into the danger area.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I think it was an intelligent foul from Johnny Wilson, who saw, I think what we saw up here in the booth, which was Manny Apreciado slashing into the box, waiting for a through ball in, and had the attacker been able to pinpoint him, it would have spelled trouble.
Lovitz on that left foot will take the free kick. Looking to chip it to the back of the 18-yard box. It's headed across to Cooper in goal, who takes it at the near post. No problem there for the big Cuban. And he rolls it out this time to Griffith. Really haven't seen anything on the ground to the midfield yet. It's sent long there by the Battery. And Lewis takes up the running now for Charleston. Looks downfield. He's got Mena trying to get through the gap there. And Lewis swings it out to Griffith on the far side. That's a good ball. Quinton Griffith cuts onto his left foot, edge of the 18, slices it out to this near side. Well, that's poor from Quinton Griffith, and that'll be a throw-in for the Wilmington Hammerheads. I'm not sure whether he was shooting or crossing there, but it sliced awkwardly off his foot.
Well, there were bodies in the box, but really no one offering any movement, no one, offering any runs for him to connect with. So Quinton Griffith, after a while, just takes one on goal, or at least attempted to, but
Sanyang's gone to ground here. He got caught there as he went up to challenge for that aerial 50-50, and that's not good news with his head injuries that he had last year, and he dropped straight to the ground. Let's hope he's okay. If there's a problem for Sanyang, it would mean an early introduction for Aminu Abdallah, I would think.
Yeah, which is really for two very quality players in the middle of the park, but it's troubling to see Sanyang go down. He plays that position where he is invited to a lot of 50-50 type of headers, and you see him maybe take the brunt of these challenges a little more often than we might like to see, especially considering his history.
It's Charleston Battery versus Wilmington Hammerheads. You are listening live on 1450. They're signaling substitution. Looks like he got it in the nose, actually. He's bleeding, so there's some blood on the field. They're going to have to make a substitution, perhaps. We'll see. Maybe not, says Zach Prince. He's saying, hold on. Let's not rush to judgment here. The Battery will be home again on Wednesday night next week. It's the second round of the US Open Cup, the round where USL Pro enters the competition. Charleston has been drawn at home to take on the Panama City Beach Pirates of the PDL. That game kicks off at 7:30 p.m. We will have that one and we'll be broadcasting not on 1450 but on the YouTube channel. And let's see, Sanyang's walking off. It was initially, I saw the substitute signal from Bobby Weissenberger of MUSC Sports Medicine, but perhaps he can get the bleeding under control and get Sanyang back into the match. It's going to be a free kick for Charleston, and Prince is going to take it. Hear the fans getting into it below us as Prince steps up, the former College of Charleston man, the Cougar. Whips it in at the near post. It's actually a good header, that, and he gets a round of applause from Colin Falvey, and it's behind. It'll be a corner now for Charleston, and finally the Battery work themselves into a position where they can put Wilmington on the back foot for a couple of minutes. Charleston want to bring Sanyang back into the match. The referee's not going to allow it, I'm not sure why. Here's the corner for Charleston, and it's a deep one to the back of the box, headed behind by Wilmington, and it'll be another corner for the Battery. So Charleston trying to force the issue. We had a goal from a corner last weekend. Salgado no longer with the Battery. Of course, he's with Vancouver tonight. Of course, he is 6'4" as well.
Prince is wide open on that back post.
Yeah, Van Schaik with the corner, and he goes into the near post. It's not the best corner actually. Kept alive by Lewis. Van Schaik turns into a bit of trouble, but it's a throw-in for the Battery. Just spun to him awkwardly there from Lewis, the header. Van Schaik is going to leave it, I think, for the longer throw of Quinton Griffith. 23 minutes in, Charleston 0, Wilmington 1. There's the throw from Griffith in at the near post. It's headed away by the Hammerheads and then launched away to the halfway line. That's the way to defend a set piece, and a throw in for the Battery. Quickly taken. Griffith turns away from trouble, plays it forward. Musa, great control, and he just rolls it up to the halfway line to Miller. The counter-attack is on here. Lovitz to Nicholson. Parrott now hits that to Miller on this near side, but well, that's criminal. He was offside there. He could look across. Caught offside though. It'll be a free kick for the Charleston Battery.
One thing Wilmington have to watch out for is when they do get into the attacking third, they like to push the bodies up, inviting Musa and Campbell to make those runs upfield. And Charleston, in its nature, is a counter-attacking team. They've played well defensively, and when they get it, they look to go right at goal, very direct. They got to watch out and keep hold of the ball in their own attacking third, does Wilmington.
Prince can't do much with it in tight space on this near side. It's hit away by the Hammerheads. Wilson underneath it. Volleys forward. Prince directs the header inside, but it's straight to a Wilmington player. And here come Wilmington now as Van Schaik. Well, that was a foul, surely. The referee doesn't give it, though. Van Schaik pulled down Lovitz. Play on, says our referee. Griffith up to Lewis. Under pressure, keeps possession. Now it's Griffith again. Down the line for Lewis. Can turn and look up here. Can he find a teammate? He's going to go it alone. He rounds the Wilmington player. Picks out Mena. Mena looks up and picks out Wilson on the near side. Good ball. Wilson's going to play it in early, looking for Diouf. Diouf lets it run for Mena. Oh, it's behind. Fairclough came across and blocked it wide. Corner kick Charleston.
Fairclough came from absolutely nowhere with a wonderfully intervening challenge. Mena seemed to be in on goal all by his lonesome, and Fairclough came charging in from the middle.
Here's the corner for the Battery. It's Van Schaik who sends it into the middle. Good header away by Wilmington. Been a better spell this in the last couple of minutes for the Battery. Griffith turns with possession and puts his head down. Looks to get it wide to Prince. Prince, oh, he's just dispossessed over there. It'll be a throw-in for Charleston, but no more. He tried to trick his way past Lovitz, who wasn't buying it. Prince into he threw it. He was looking for Diouf, but he ended up throwing it straight to Musa, and Wilmington played out to the far side, and the counter-attack is on here. The Battery a little bit stretched. Here come the Hammerheads. Goes round Sanyang, gets it wide, and Falvey's got some work to do to get back into the middle here. It's sent dangerously across. Falvey was caught wide. In the end, it doesn't matter. It'll be a throw-in for the Battery.
It was Ochoa that was just running into the six as that ball arrived. Johnny Wilson, veteran, played just with a little bump to push him off of his path, and I think that was the vital little touch to be able to keep Ochoa from connecting on that cross.
It'll be a throw-in now for Charleston as Musa gets around Mena. Mena coming close there to tying it up. Good block from Fairclough. Just looping volley forward from Zach Prince. Musa holding off Mena. Turns away from him. Plays it back into Fairclough. He's going to play it long. It hits the back of Mena's head, and that'll be a throw-in for the Wilmington Hammerheads. We're in the 27th minute here at Blackboard Stadium. It's Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 1. We're live on 1450 AM and broadcasting as well via the YouTube stream. Hope you are enjoying the game wherever you are tonight. There's a good crowd here at Blackboard Stadium for the home game. First home game for a few weeks. Oh, that's a poor giveaway, and it's given to Lewis of all people. He's going to put his head down and go here. He's tackled at the edge of the 18-yard box. Good challenge, and a throw-in for the Battery is the result.
Campbell coming all the way over from that left back position, shifting into the middle, and just getting that vital touch on Lewis, who is so dangerous in the center of the park. Really, he's the one who looks to be the most likely to fill that void left by Nicky Patterson and Jose Cuevas. That playmaking type role.
Van Schaik trying to shepherd that one into touch, but he actually has to play it here. And it's back to Prince. Well, he tried to hit it with the outside of his right foot. It's not his night tonight, is it?
Well, it's a cheeky thought, that's for sure. But yeah, Zach Prince just mishit it. And you know what? He's got loads and loads of quality over here on this near side, but just seeming to struggle here in the early going just a little bit. But he's got time to find his feet.
Yeah, still about an hour to play here, hour and a bit. It's Charleston trailing, though. A goal down against Wilmington, the local rivalry. This is the derby game, and Sanyang wins the header, but the referee says free kick Charleston. Griffith plays it. The ball was still moving. The referee lets it go, and Prince has got behind Musa here for a change. Tries to set it back to Wilson. Wilson controls it and plays a deep cross to the back of the 18-yard box, but it's too deep, and it's behind for a goal kick. Prince is just struggling a little bit. His touch is off, isn't it? And you saw it back down the other end where he tried to lay it off for Wilson. It bounced awkwardly. Just there we saw the little touch for Wilson.
Well,
it's just not firing. And he's been in tremendous form over the last month.
He really has, and he's a player who plays with a lot of emotion, and if a few things don't go well, that can start to creep maybe into his mind a little bit, but if things are going well, boy, there's not a player who's more fun to watch on the field.
He scored a cracker last week in Harrisburg as the Battery earn a throw-in on the far side. Down the line it goes, headed down by Wilmington. Sanyang digging in the middle defensively, and has to go to ground to win it, and it's into touch for a Wilmington Hammerheads throw-in. Looks like Campbell got a little knock there. I think he's okay on the far side, right in front of the USL Pro banner over there. Down the line's the throw. Sanyang won that header, but the referee didn't like the challenge, and it'll be a free kick for Wilmington.
Give a lot of credit to Sanyang and Van Schaik. Didn't start maybe in the best of form, but really since Sanyang went out and came back in, they've really taken control of the middle of the park, and that's been the result of the Charleston Battery really kind of keeping possession back in their favor.
Half an hour gone here. It's a free kick for the Hammerheads. Driven in low, and it's actually away by Wilmington. A bit awkward. Wilson gets there and rolls it down the line for Minna. Has he got the pace? Nicholson across. Good defending there from Nicholson.
Wow.
And you just saw it was a desperate challenge, but he got there, and that's all he had to do. Quick throw taken. It's Prince. Squares it to Sanyang. He's got pressure coming behind him, but he gets out of the way of it. Diouf plays it forward. Mena tries to flick it into the path of Diouf. Lewis heads down. Chance for Diouf. Can't get the shot away in time. And it's sliced away by Wilmington for a throw-in on this near side.
There were cries for offside there as Lewis flicked onto Diouf, who was lurking at the back post, but nothing coming, and that was a good chance for the Battery.
Good combination play with Mena and Diouf up front. They're going to need to do that tonight to get through this Wilmington defence.
Yeah, it was all a bit Arsenal-esque, wasn't it?
There's a long ball forward. Good control from Andre Lewis to the byline. Turns. Can he get the shot away? Oh, the cross away. He can. It's away by Wilmington, though. And Griffith in with a challenge. Hard challenge on the far side. That's going to be a free kick for the Battery as Falvey goes to ground. Let's see, who was that over there? It was Ochoa, the former Seattle Sounders man. Big, powerful forward as Ferguson gets it out to Wilson. The Battery moving the ball a bit quicker now. Looks down the line to Prince. Prince cuts it onto his right foot. Plays it inside now to Sanyang. Sanyang on the ground to Diouf. He could turn there. I'm not sure he got the shout. Rolls it forward to Mena. Mena gets it wide. There's 3 or 4 in the middle for the Battery if Griffith can get the cross in on his left foot. It's a low one into a sort of a dangerous area, but not too many problems for the Wilmington lad to get that away. Ochoa holds off Falvey. And the Hammerheads can counter-attack here with a ball out to this near side. Wilson is there to cover, and into touch for a Charleston throw-in. Nicely done.
It's better from the battery, though, isn't it? Even in their attacking third, taking some time, passing the ball around a little bit, not in too much of a rush. You got to be patient, and you got to know that you've got a whole half and about 10 minutes to go. So you don't need a goal right away. You can knock it around a little bit, be patient, and look for your spots and opportunities.
1-0 the score. Wilmington ahead. Mena's header there off target, and Wilmington get the ball back with a throw-in. Ochoa and Miller combine. They keep possession, but then sent out to this near side. Oh, it's into touch in the end. Throw-in here for the battery. And that's going to be a yellow card. Well, that's a silly one. That's Aparicio, who was preventing the delay of restart, they call that, I think. So he's booked. And the battery will have a throw in here. 34th minute, just over 10 minutes to go till the half. Charleston trying to respond. They're a goal down to the Wilmington Hammerheads. These teams will play again next weekend with the return match set for a week's time. It's an awkward one from Lovitz, the player who's booked. So we'll have a throw in here for Charleston. Diouf makes the little run towards the corner flag. Now Mena goes. There's really not a lot on for Prince here. I'm looking, who can he throw it to? There's no one who could really. Now Diouf comes to collect it, turns to the byline, goes to ground. The referee says get up, no foul. And well played there by Diouf. He earns his side a corner kick. So finally the throw went in, and Charleston get a corner, and up come the big boys from the back. Falvey and Ferguson to add their size and weight into the attacking third. Ferguson, of course, is 6'4". It's going to be Prince to take the corner. Swung in at the back post. Falvey's unmarked out there. He heads it down. There's no one at the edge of the 18 to attack it, and Wilmington get it away. Good touch there from Wilson to find Lewis. Then he's tackled. Ochoa batting away at Ferguson. That's a bit late by Parrott, and that'll be a free kick for the battery. Just got caught as he went to take that ball from Zach Prince.
And you know what? That's Zach Prince's game right there. Getting in the mix, maybe taking a couple fouls, embellishing perhaps, trying to draw a card. That's when he's at his best. And you'll see right here off the set piece, he's got plenty of quality off of dead ball situations.
I'm wondering if he's going to try and whip this into about the penalty spot. Let's see.
Diouf's calling for it.
He's got plenty to aim at in there. It's Prince with a free kick. Charleston's fans getting behind the home side. Here's the delivery from Zach Prince, and it's ballooned up and into touch. That is not the best. It'll be a goal kick for Wilmington.
Disappointing there from Prince again, who we've said his name maybe a little more than we might have liked for the wrong reasons, but just trying to work his way back into this game. He had a great weekend last week, and you talked about his goal against Harrisburg City, and man, that was a stunner. Took it off the chest, turned, one shot, one strike, one goal.
Charleston with possession. Ferguson. Back to Cooper, and now Falvey. Wilmington inviting the battery to play it long, which they'll do now. Long ball forward from Falvey, looking for Diouf. It's headed away by Wilmington. It's too much for Lewis out there, and that's a good ball to the halfway line, and Ochoa holds it up. Now Parrott. Lovitz was just breaking there to try and get away from his man. Musa comes across, keeps it in play. Prince, he just gets around him. Now he's back goal side, that's better. Now Fairclough chips it forward. Wilson heads away. Mena's touch is not the best, and Fairclough has it back. Lewis breaks towards the ball, but it's away by Wilmington. It's a bit scrappy, this. Just kept alive by Miller now for Ochoa. He's dragged Ferguson across. Back it comes to Musa. And all the way back to Fairclough. Just Diouf, the highest forward up there on his own. Now the long ball forward. It's away by Ferguson. Wilson misses the touch. And here come the Hammerheads again. Hits Wilson on the way across. Another chance, but it's sliced behind. He could have let that one run probably for a throw-in, but it'll be a goal kick now for the Battery. It's 38 minutes gone here. You're listening live on 1450 AM or watching the YouTube stream. Battery trail. It's Charleston Battery 0. Wilmington Hammerheads 1.
And you can't say that Wilmington doesn't deserve to be up. I mean, they came out, they played very well, maybe lost a bit of control of the game here in the last few minutes, but they've defended well even when Charleston has controlled possession.
Quillen Roberts, the young goalkeeper from Toronto, gets it away. Sanyang wins the header. Lewis first to the loose ball, turns away with possession, looks for some movement ahead of him, and he's going to try and slip it through for Diouf. It's overhit though, and Roberts can grab that one inside the 18-yard box.
Diouf just looking a little isolated up top, needs some help, whether it's Adam Mena pushing up, making those runs to open up some space for him. Used to working alongside a partner, whether it's Cordovez or Dane Kelly, and right now he's looking a little lonely up there.
Van Schaik finds Lewis, gets it wide now to Griffith. Griffith thought about going it alone. He's going to have another go now down the line to Mena. Mena holds it up, finds Lewis at the halfway line. The youngster from Spanish Town, Jamaica, up to Griffith again. Into the gap for Lewis. Good first touch from Andre Lewis. Cuts back onto his left foot, plays it across the middle, and it's away by Musa at about the penalty spot. Lovely challenge there from Amadou Sanyang, who came sliding in and won the ball, says the referee.
Great challenge there from Sanyang.
Sanyang gives him a little shove as well for encouragement. Now Prince on this near side. Let's see what he can do here. Chips it forward. Diouf on the chest. Plays it square for Mena. Mena can't get there. It's away by Wilmington. Sanyang with a volley that ends up, well, it hits the scoreboard. And that won't trouble Roberts in goal. It's Charleston 0, Wilmington 1.
It's been Andre Lewis who seems the most in the mood to really start something, to be the flair for this Charleston offense attack, because he's been the one who's been creating things out on that far side, working against his good friend and former teammate, Andre Campbell.
Ochoa and Sanyang battling in the middle. A real battle over there, and it is going to be a free kick. Well, you could see it coming, couldn't you? It was fairly obvious that he was going to blow his whistle there for a foul. Sanyang all over Ochoa, and he's doing a good job of kind of baiting the Battery man there. Gets the free kick. We've got 5 minutes to go now till the break. It's still Wilmington up 1-0, and there's the short free kick now sent long to the 18-yard box. Wilson heads away. Throw in Wilmington Hammerheads. Sanyang complaining to the referee about something or other, I'm not sure what. Let's see, it's they've sent someone across, Davidson, to take it, so I'm guessing he's got a long throw in, this young man, Christian Davidson. They're lining up at about the penalty spot, and he does have a great throw, doesn't he, into the 18-yard box. Mena, well, it bounces from eventually, and he gets it away to Diouf. Diouf now against two of them at the halfway line. He's going to try and go it alone. Good tackle there from Musa, who just managed to get in between the ball and Diouf.
Yeah, Musa, I thought went to ground maybe a little bit early, a bit prematurely, but did get that vital second touch to just take it away from Diouf, because had he not, Diouf was in on goal with defenders nowhere but to his back.
He had a long way to go, Diouf, but it was good defending, wasn't it? Roberts now, the goalkeeper, pings it forward. Ferguson just knocked off the ball as it went through. There's a strong challenge from Griffith, but the ball flies straight to a Wilmington player who gives it away to Lewis. Lewis looks downfield. Diouf's offside, and well, I don't know what he was thinking there. He perhaps wanted it to feet, but he slots it through the gap, and it all comes to nothing. Frustration on the face of Andre Lewis.
Lewis was just waiting for him to time his run, get back on side. Lewis was doing the right thing, I think, in that situation. And when he did finally get on sides, didn't make the run, didn't offer that support.
That one comes off Miller. It'll be a throw-in for the Battery. taken quickly, and Ferguson can control here. Gets it on the ground, pings it across to Griffith. Lewis mates his little run out to the wide. Griffith, well, there's nothing on really for him. There's no one who's coming to get the ball, and Charleston get it all the way across to this near side. Now Wilson down the line to Prince. Not much more he could have done with that. It's going to be a throw-in for Wilmington. It came off Prince's heel. Coach Anhauser had a good view, and he said that was a Charleston battery throw, but not given.
Either way, there was nothing that Prince could have done right there anyways. Nobody was around in support. And, ooh, Prince and Miller, I think, over here with a little dust up.
That was a very, very speculative shot from Ochoa from almost at the halfway line. Maybe just thinking about half-time and trying to eat down some seconds. 43 minutes in. Wilmington, a goal to the good. The battery chasing. Cooper for Charleston gets us back underway. Big goal kick. Good header from Sanyang. Lovely control from Lewis. Turns with possession. Puts it into the gap for Adam Menner. He's not got the pace to get there though. And it's going to roll behind for a goal kick. That's where you miss Dane Kelly up front, isn't it? Because you know Kelly will be challenging for that. He's unavailable tonight with a slight knock. Little knee injury he picked up in that game against New York. Menner with a bit of craft, probably not, well, definitely not the same pace as Dane Kelly. So a goal kick here for Wilmington, which Roberts drills away with his left foot. There to be one now. Ochoa gets his head on it. He's good in the air, that Ochoa. Van Schaik across into touch, and it'll be a throw for Wilmington again at the halfway line. The goal coming very early in the 4th minute. As Wilmington push it forward a bit further. Another throw in now for the visitors. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday night for the Open Cup game. 7:30 p.m. kickoff here at Blackboard Stadium as Wilson and Miller go toe-to-toe. Wilson prevents the corner, and can he get it away? He can, but it's going to be a throw-in. And it'll be another long throw-in from the big man, Davidson. I think he was just checking with Coach Irving on this near side whether he was allowed to go up and throw it into the box here. It's been a real battle for the defenders tonight, I tell you what. And this is going to be a physical battle right here. Oh, he takes it short. Charleston just caught napping there. Prince slow to react, but he gets across on the cover to concede the corner kick. There's a few battery players with their hands on the knees. Wilson looks shattered. It is a warm night, and it has been quite warm here of late. But certainly not the heat of midsummer yet. 2 minutes are going to be added on. We're into those 2 minutes now. Here at the end of the first half. Here's the corner for the Hammerheads. That's a great ball in at the near post. It's headed up and across. Charleston get a piece of it and get it away. And here's Diouf now. Can he keep possession? No, he can't. He's tackled as he turns. Oh, that was a little bit high. Play on, says the referee.
Interesting decision there. That boot was raised about
way
chest
high.
high.
There was no contact, luckily. And nothing really comes of it. Charleston with possession here. We're in stoppage time at the end of the first half. The ball out with Ferguson. And now Wilson. Men are asking for it. Prince asking for it long. It is hit long, but defended away. And now Menner controls. Turns down the line. Into touch from the Wilmington player. Throw in Charleston. Wilson is showing for it and gets it. Nice control from Wilson. Gets away from his man. Brings it forward. Down he goes. Tackled and fouled. He was looking for it and he got it. And the battery will finish the half with a free kick in an attacking area. And yeah, he should be careful, that player, Lovitz, because he's on a yellow card. Well, let's see if Prince can deliver this one a bit better than the last. Just needs to just dink this forward beyond the 18-yard line into that little area there. It's Zach Prince. That's a better delivery. It's headed away, though, by Wilmington. Griffith heads it wide towards Prince. And he jumps into the Wilmington player, and that'll be a free kick for the Hammerheads. Well, caught him about head high, so they'll bring the trainer on, and that'll probably do it for this first half, Dane. There can't be too much time left.
No, not too much time, and Prince right there seemingly has a case in this argument, because that was a 50-50 ball that he just went up for, and unfortunately I think that's Lovett's down on the ground who just got the brunt of it, but it seemed to be a 50-50 ball for me, and that's what Prince is pleading his case over to this fourth official on the near side.
Looks like the young man's up and okay. That's good news. It's going to be a free kick for Wilmington. Once we get back underway, that player's going to have to come off because he received treatment. Just taking his time. Wilmington would love to get into the locker room with that 1-0 lead. I think they're going to, you know, because by my watch we've played the 2 minutes of added time. Roberts drills it forward long. There's the half-time whistle. We're going to go to break. When we come back, the half-time show from Blackboard Stadium. The score at half-time, Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 1.
Lucas with Battery TV, your inside source for all.
America's top travel magazine named Charleston the best city in the nation, so it's no secret that people are flocking here. But people from all over the world come to MUSC for our unparalleled expertise year after year. Maybe that's why so many national organizations invest in our breakthroughs, and why so many of the world's top doctors continue to join us. So while Charleston's magnetic draw may not surprise you, we wanted to remind you about ours. MUSC, changing what's possible.
Attacking third. If he gets some space, he's going to put a shot, hopefully, in his eyes, on goal. Marini is an interesting one that Coach Anheuser maybe shocked some people around the stands with, because Mena, he was playing okay, but Marini now is probably most likely going to move out wide, allow Andre Lewis to shift in centrally a little bit, be more of a creative type, and Marini will run up and down this near side wing.
Charleston will have the ball when we get back underway. They're going from left to right in the second half. Our referee is Jesus Ochoa. Jose Colazzo. Sorry, sir. He's getting us ready. It's Ochoa, of course, the striker for Wilmington. He's in the middle of the park right there. Marini and Diouf over the ball. Abdullah's on. Charleston head coach Mike Anheuser not messing around. Ring in the changes at half time, and away we go. It's back with John Wilson. Charleston send it back to start the half. Work it around the back four. It's Falvey now, the captain, on his right foot. Rolls it inside to Van Schaik. Charleston will try and play it through the middle here. Wide to Wilson, and now back to Ferguson. Well, they're not really throwing caution to the wind here, the Battery. Now it'll go forward. It's Falvey who sends it forward for Ferguson. It's headed down and brought under control by Lewis. Lewis on his right foot gets it wide to Diouf. Diouf sets it across to Abdallah. Keeps it going now to Van Schaik. A little back heel from Abdallah, his first touch of the game. Here's Wilson. Just trying to get away from his man. He finds Prince. Prince just gets away with that. He hit it straight at the Wilmington player. Round the outside now with Van Schaik, who pushes forward. Still going here. There's nothing in front of him. And he's tackled before he can get the pass away. Wilson helps out and brings it forward. Still Wilson. Edge of the 18. Slots it through to Abdallah. And there's the shot from Prince over the top for a goal kick.
Yeah, that's always going to be an ambitious attempt right there. Half volley about waist high. Got a chop at it, did Zach Prince, but never going to trouble the keeper Roberts Quillian. And really, he's had a very quiet night. Hasn't really been worked.
Has he made a save yet? Has not made a save. 3 shots for each team in the first half. And here is Roberts using that big right foot to smack it down the field. It's off a Wilmington player last. It'll be a throw in for Oh, he's given it the wrong way. He's given a throw to Wilmington. Well, we do get a good view of certain angles here, and that's one of them. It was definitely a Battery throw, but never mind. As it's hoofed forward. Big hanging ball forward. Comfortable for Cooper. The goalkeeper who's telling them to get forward. He wants to launch it at them. So Charleston are going to go direct here. Oh, he doesn't hit it very well, but it finds a player. It finds Prince at the halfway line. Rolls it across for Falvey. Pressured by Ochoa. Gives it away there, Falvey. And he's going to have to recover here. No, get up, says the referee. Well, that looked like a foul on Aparicio by Ferguson, but the referee says it was simulation. So out to Wilson it goes. Wilson under a bit of pressure. Gets it inside now to Van Schaik. Scoops it across to Falvey. The Battery with possession, but it's inside their half at the moment. Griffith looking for some help from the midfield, and it goes all the way back to Adisnell Cooper.
That was Aparicio who went down, and he's already on a booking. He's got to be careful. He's a youngster, 18 years old, on loan from Toronto, and you don't want to get sent off for simulation.
No, you don't, and that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? As Diouf shows for it, gets it down the line for Griffith. He's got some pace. He's behind the fullback. Looks up and squares it. A chance at the near post. Shot by Lewis, saved by Roberts.
Oh, it was a great build-up. Quentin Griffin blistering pace down this near side wing, and it was a fantastic ball in. Plenty tempting for Andre Lewis, who put a tame effort on goal in the end, but much better from the Charleston Battery, and that's really the first time we've seen Quentin Griffith push up.
Here he comes again now and drives it forward, but it's too long for Marini. It's into touch from Wilmington, and certainly a better start to the second half for the Battery than the way they were conducting themselves in the first half for most of the game. A lot of that, of course, dictated by the play of Wilmington, who did a great job during that first 45 minutes. The referee wants Griffith to move a little bit further back before he can take the throw. 5 minutes into the second half. The throw comes in for Diouf. Into touch from Wilmington. Another throw for the Battery. Diouf allowed to throw it in square here for Jared Van Schaik. Van Schaik rolls it across for Wilson. It was a bit short, the pass. Van Schaik keeps it alive. Now Abdallah under pressure, hangs on to the ball, holds off Ochoa, gets it wide and pushes forward now. Marini's in a wide area, down the line for Aminu Abdallah, who is tackled over there. Hard challenge by Van Schaik, but he won it cleanly, and Charleston will send it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Cooper. Now Falvey hits it long, looking for the flick. Prince gets ahead on it, and it's into touch. That's better from the Battery. The quality there from Falvey good as he sent the long one forward. Quick throw taken. Prince to the byline. Plays it in at the near post. It's away by Wilmington. Better ball that time from Zach Prince. Charleston are putting Wilmington under the cosh here a little bit. 5 minutes into the half. Griffith launches the throw into the box. It's headed on by Diouf. Not fully away yet. Now it should be cleared. No, it's going to be Lewis who claims the loose ball. Turns, looks up. Chips it forward to Abdallah. It was a difficult pass that for Abdallah. And Lewis goes into the challenge, wins it back. Here's Aminu Abdallah. Square ball. Oh, he gave it straight to the Wilmington player. I think he didn't see him. The referee was blocking his view, but there goes possession. And Wilmington have it back. 6 minutes into the second half. Charleston chasing the game here. Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington 1 the score.
Well, we talked about it at halftime. Andre Lewis is going to be the one for me who's going to be the spark in the attack for the Battery, and so far he's done well. Bad giveaway there.
Yeah, Griffith, he missed his tackle there. He goes to ground to win it back, but it's still Wilmington pushing on here with Parrott from distance, blocked away. Now the counter-attack is on perhaps. It's Abdallah. Sprays it wide to Wilson. He's inviting the left back to get forward here. Wilson down the line to Diouf, who holds off his man. He gets away with possession, does he? No, he's tackled before he can get through. Keeps it alive on the far side for Charleston. Cuts past his man. Pushes forward now to Marini. Now Abdallah into the gap. His cross comes across. Oh! Down goes Prince. He missed the volley. And it's behind for a goal kick. And he missed the volley, but he absolutely clobbered the defender.
Man, that was a fantastic ball put in by Aminu Abdallah, who just spotted Zach Prince out there in some space. And it was, I believe, Andre Campbell who paid the price. He is a little shaken up.
Well, let's hope he's okay. He put his body in the way. It was Prince trying the volley, and I don't know whether he got it in the body or maybe in the head. Let's hope not. And he is down suffering here. 53 minutes in. It's Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 1. It was a good ball that from Abdallah to pick out Prince.
Yeah, you could just see Prince just waiting on it, teeing it up, and it was just in time for Campbell to come back and pay the price.
Campbell's going to be helped back to his feet here. Let's hope he's okay, the young defender. It's going to be a goal kick for Wilmington. Looks like he's okay, and will have to come off having received treatment, but hopefully okay to continue. Drew Ruggles, by the way, is available as a substitute. He was with Charleston in pre-season, ended up signing on with Wilmington after spending over a month with Charleston. He scored, of course, famously against DC in the Carolina Challenge Cup. Scored that late tying goal. Back underway here at Blackboard Stadium. Abdallah wins the header in the middle of the park. Van Schaik gets across to Griffith, who just plays it up and long. Diouf leans in and gets his head on it. It's an awkward one, this, and it's away by Fairclough. Abdallah brings it under control. Down the line to Lewis. Sets it back to Griffith. Down the line for Marini. Up and away by Wilmington. Charleston have set about this game a little bit differently in the second half. Good control there from Ferguson. It's Falvey now. Charleston going from left to right, chasing the game. A goal down. It's Van Schaik now, the pivot, squares it to the captain Falvey.
9 minutes into the second half, excuse me, Andrew, and I can't remember Wilmington stringing together more than 3 passes.
Yeah, they haven't had the success they had in the first half for sure. As they just volley that one into touch, it'll be a throw-in for the Battery at the halfway line. Griffith to take it, looks for some help from the midfielders, and there's nothing on, so he sends it down the line for Diouf. Diouf tackled over there, and it'll be another throw-in, this time level with the 18-yard box. Charleston, well, he can push forward and take it from a bit further forward if he chooses to there. Marini beaten in the air, it comes out of the 18, Abdallah controls, gives it away, and that's not the person to give it away to, as well, he's offside. Ochoa just dwelled on it there, and that's twice now Abdallah has played a little square one to the opposing midfielder.
Yeah, you're playing with fire right there. Abdallah in the middle of the park inviting that counter-attack to spring the other way, and Ochoa, fortunately for the Battery, was just a little late, seeing Miller streaking off this left-hand side.
Headed away by Wilmington, the Battery piling numbers forward. They need to be careful on the counter-attack. Here's Nicholson, slips it across square, and now they can push on here, Wilmington. Out to the far side, 2 in the middle. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Musa holds off Prince on his left foot, has a crack, defended away, and Marini can't control it. Here's Campbell, who's recovered from his knock, and that's going to be a free kick. He's fouled by Andre Lewis, and the Battery have some defending to do here.
Yeah, another cheap foul to give away right outside the box. Lewis just maybe a little bit weary-legged and grabs a hold of Campbell and gives up a dead ball situation in a very teasing sort of area.
$4,487 is the attendance at Blackboard Stadium tonight. Good crowd for this Saturday night game. It's been a while since we had a home game. Here's the free kick, set down, played in, headed away by Charleston. It'll be a corner kick for Wilmington.
It's funny how you get a couple wins, score a couple goals, and people want to come out.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had a home game since some time ago. I'm trying to think when it was. It was the Red Bulls game, the rain game, which was a dreadful night. So it's good to be back for sure. I'm sure the players are enjoying it. Next weekend it's Battery versus Wilmington in Wilmington. There's some pushing and shoving in the box. The referee's in with a little word to the players. They love just to push each other at corner kicks, players. Fairclough is there with Falvey just trying to keep an eye on Ochoa, who's trying to get off his shoulder and be a little bit clever there, which he does. The ball swung into the middle, and it's headed away by Wilson. Abdallah gets it clear, and now here's Diouf. The counter-attack is on. Diouf, oh, he turned the wrong way. Goes to ground. The referee says free kick Charleston. Oh, that's a bit late on Lewis. I tell you what, there are some tackles flying in here. The ball was dead, and the referee's got some work to do here.
Yeah, there's a lot to soak in on that last encounter. It's Andre Lewis, it's Mamadou Diouf.
Lewis got clobbered after the ball has gone, and I think he's going to have to. He's going to have a word with the official here. It was the defender Campbell who got him.
And it was his old teammate who got him.
Yep, it was. It was high though, wasn't it? It was around the knee. I wonder if there's. Well, we'll see what the referee decides. The initial challenge certainly was a free kick for the Battery. But what does he do about the late one after the ball was dead? Looks like Diouf's up and okay, by the way. Lewis requires some attention too. The fourth official has got involved here. Both sets of coaches up off the bench having a look.
Diouf seemed to just get twisted up and maybe a little late of a challenge, but Andre Lewis that looked heavy.
Yeah, I just think he knew the ball was dead and he just thought he'd lay one on him, which is a little bit cheeky. We're 59th minute here. There's a Wilmington player receiving treatment. I didn't even see that. That was from the set piece earlier. I think it's Fairclough who's slowly making his way back to here's a yellow card for that player, and he's off. That's a second yellow. Well, you talked about that, Dane.
the young player, and he's going to lose his head again. He needs to get off the field now.
And it's a yellow card for the other player who caught Lewis after the ball was dead. Free kick Charleston. Lewis, and let's hope he's okay. He's holding his right shoulder. So Wilmington reduced to 10 men. Second yellow for the youngster. He's having to be restrained down there, isn't he? Oh, he punches the. Oh my gosh! He punched the perspex out in the dugout. Well, that I'm sure will be dealt with retroactively. You've got to feel for the young man, but he's also, as a professional, he's got to just keep his cool a little bit, doesn't he?
And you just wonder, that sort of reaction, was he booked for something that he didn't do? Maybe they booked him for something that happened across the way.
Maybe they got the wrong player, who knows?
They did.
I can't remember who it was that tackled Diouf. I was just focused on the Lewis incident.
But he has been involved. He was chirping at the ref afterwards. You never know what might be, because he was asking for the game to be stopped back there when Faircloth was down.
61st minute, Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington 1, but the Wilmington Hammerheads have been reduced to 10 men. They were under the cosh a little bit, and they're going to be feeling it a bit more. The players, the Captain Parrott, who's entitled to go and voice his opinion, is having a word with the referee. Both teams want to get their injured players back into the game, which they're allowed to now. Lewis is okay, by the way.
That's the good.
And here come Charleston. They're flying forward now with Wilson. Plays it inside to Abdallah, sets it down the line. Maybe a chance for a cross over there. Oh, that's got to be a free kick, surely. It will be. It'll be a free kick for the Battery. You can't just push the player over like that.
They seem to be losing their heads just a little bit, and a man down, that is not the situation you want to be in.
Honestly, you could see him getting sent off for that. I mean, that's just crazy. So it's a free kick for the Battery down by the corner flag on the far side, and I think Coach Irving's going to make a couple of changes here, maybe get some experience into the game. 62 minutes in, Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington 1. Wilmington up against it here with 10 men.
Wouldn't it top things off for the Battery if this went in right now?
Well, we'll see. Here's the free kick. Prince swings it in, and it's punched away by Roberts. Good goalkeeping. And Wilmington can lump it clear now to the halfway line. Excellent work there from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was Quillian who came off his line, got a punch to it, because the way it came in, it was low, it was decisive, and Quillian was right there dealing with it perfectly.
That's a nicely weighted ball down this near side. It's kicked away. It'll be a throw-in for the Battery. Abdallah wants to get it moving quickly, but here come the changes, and Charleston are going to make a change with Prince making way for Cordovez, the big man. So Prince has seen his 62 minutes of work. He struggled a bit in the first half, but he came into it in the second, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And you know what? It wasn't working for him in the first half, but give a lot of credit to him because he worked hard defensively. He helped out Johnny Wilson coming back in defense. And you know what? Today may not have been his day offensively, but he did well.
That's hung up by Griffith. That's a poor ball into the box, and it's straight behind for a goal kick.
But now with Cordovez in the game, you're looking, I mean, opening the floodgates right now for Coach Ann.
Well, he's throwing caution to the wind, and why not? He's got the man advantage, so it looks like Cordovez will partner Lewis up front with Marini going wide to the left. Rather, Diouf up front and Lewis going wide on the right. Almost a 4-4-2 perhaps. We'll see if that's what's going to take place. Very attack-minded changes.
And for me, Andrew, Marini is best out wide. You know, he was playing a little centrally earlier on, but I think he is best when he's allowed to run up and down those wings, create off of those overlapping runs from Johnny Wilson, try to pinpoint Diouf in the box.
It's a good punch, by the way, from the guy that got sent off. he punched the hole in the perspex of the dugout. I mean, that's got to sting your hand, surely. As Charleston send it forward. Wilson is there. He gets behind the defender, loops it into the middle, up and away by Wilmington.
Campbell's had a great game there at left back, just absolutely brilliant.
Abdallah squares it for Cordovez on his left foot. Has a crack and it strikes the Wilmington player, and Wilmington can pass it away now to Ochoa. Showed a bit of it to Van Schaik. Wilmington keep possession. Charleston harry them, but it's going to be Wilmington who bring it forward. The referee jumps over the ball. Nicely done there It's out to the far side. It was Jose Colazo, of course, our referee tonight. He's been involved in the game. Absolutely. Sending off the young Wilmington player, number 7, Manny Aparicio, who you said's on loan from Toronto, correct, Dane? Just 18 years old, and well, sent off here tonight as Griffith gets fouled. Play continues. The referee says advantage Charleston. Wilson sets it back to Ferguson. Griffith slow to get up. I'm not sure where the advantage is here. Here's Van Schaik. Works it out to Griffith. Now Falvey. Forward to Van Schaik, who turns and plays it across to Ferguson. Abdallah comes to show for it. He's got time to turn at the halfway line. Rolls it forward to Cordovez. Now Marini. Just knocked off the ball, the little midfielder. Charleston get it back with Lewis. Van Schaik with a challenge. Away by Wilmington. They're just sitting deep here. The Hammerheads absorbing. Now here's Griffith. Cuts inside his man. Still goes. Forward to Lewis. Lewis finds Diouf, who didn't actually think he was getting the pass. Into touch it comes. Throw in Charleston Battery. 66 minutes in. It's Charleston chasing. It's Wilmington Hammerheads 1-0 up here at Blackboard Stadium. Charleston Battery 0. Wilmington Hammerheads 1. We're live on Sports Radio 1450 AM. Falvey squares it now to Ferguson. Out to Wilson, who's got a higher starting position now. They've got the man advantage. I tell you what, deep inside Wilmington's half. That's a good ball through into the box for Lewis. Turns onto his right foot, plays it in square, and it's behind the striker. Cordovez retrieves it. Abdallah again. From distance, he misses the target. Goal kick.
Oh man, Andre Lewis might have had a chance just to put one in on the one touch. Instead, turns and faces into the middle of the park, and he had plenty of bodies on the one touch, but instead breaks up play a little bit and allows the defenders to recover and get back into position.
Well, if Quillam Roberts, I know he's a young goalkeeper, he just needs to take his time with these restarts and eat some seconds off the clock.
Well, he hasn't had to make a save. I'm thinking he wants to make some saves and impress the coaches.
I don't think he has made a save yet, has he? Just one on that free kick. He hasn't had much to do, though, as Marini strides forward. Tackled by his own player there, and Wilmington have it back at the halfway line. 2 saves he's made. Hammerheads will play it forward. Oh, Ferguson needs to be careful here. Well, I tell you what, that was a chance for Wilmington, and Ferguson got beat by Miller, who just read the flight of the ball better. Cody Arnaud's up stripping on his jersey here below us, the Wilmington man. It's Abdallah now. He's going to play it long, looking for the run of Cordovez. Headed away by the Hammerheads. Cordovez nicks in there to win it back. Tries to get it across to the far side. Away by the Hammerheads. Just caught watching there a little bit, the youngster Marini. Here come the Battery again, though, with Falvey. Up to Abdallah at the halfway line. This time his pass is good to Griffith. Picks out the winger. Back inside to Abdallah. Squares it to Van Schaik. Wilson's in acres of space on the far side. Brings it onto his right foot. And across it goes to Abdallah again at the edge of the 18. He's invited to shoot. Rolls it into the path of Diouf. Now Van Schaik. They're lining up in the middle, the Battery players. It's Marini to the byline. Gets there. Drills it across, but it's overhit. Throw in Hammerheads.
It's good play from Charleston, who they know they've got the man advantage. They don't need to force things that we've talked about over the course of this game. They can, of course, there's 22 minutes left, so there has to be some sense of urgency, but take your time, find that space, find those holes where in the defense where you could take advantage of that being man up.
They're certainly going to need to get those passes to be crisp and quick. And here comes the change for Wilmington as Ochoa makes way for Arnaud. He's taking as absolute much time as he can to get off the field. I'm having a little word with Colin Falvey. It's the old see you next weekend, I think, conversation. It's a throw in here for Wilmington. These teams will do it again next week at Legion Stadium. If you're in the area, come out and watch that one. It'll be a good game, just like tonight's. As the Battery get it square now to Ferguson. Out to Wilson on the left. thought about going down the line. He goes back inside to Marini, back to Ferguson, and now here's Van Schaik. Rolls it across to Falvey, inside Wilmington's half. He's going to go long here with a little chip ball into a good area. It's away by the Hammerheads. Not fully away, but the flag, the whistle blows. There was a foul in the box, free kick, Hammerheads.
Couldn't quite see who the foul was on. Wasn't offside, but
maybe Diouf, maybe his flag went down quickly, but maybe Diouf was offside. I don't know, but it was a free kick. Maybe Diouf manhandled his man. We will never know. Here's the driven free kick away by the Hammerheads. Flick back inside to Arnaud. One back by Falvey. Van Schaik is there. Ferguson, good first touch. Gets it to Wilson. Again, invited to get forward. And here he comes, the veteran, to the halfway line. Down the line to Diouf. Down he goes. Play on, says the referee. No foul. Headed away by Charleston. Van Schaik on the chest. Controls it. Volleys it to Falvey. Lewis asking for it to feet. Screaming for it. Now Griffith, who will roll it to Andre Lewis now. Lewis looks downfield. There's a gap opened up for him. He pings it into the space. Diouf beaten to the ball, and it'll be a throw for the Battery.
Seems to just be a step slow, Diouf, from time to time, getting into those 50-50 balls.
Griffith, quick throw to Falvey. Falvey across to Van Schaik. The Battery need to inject some urgency here. Out to the far side, it's Wilson in space over there. Remember, the Battery playing with a man advantage. Wilson comes inside, gets it forward to Diouf, who sets it wide to Marini. He's got space to work with out there. Two ahead of him. Gets around the first. Goes to the byline. Plays it in at the near post. Wilson controls. And a cross it comes. Can he get the shot away? Oh, nice turn by Lewis, but tackled as he tried to strike it, and Wilmington get it away.
Well, he's pulled that a couple of times and got the defenders. That time, though, there was about 3 offering defensive support, and all 3 of them went down as he turned and shot.
He's looking at the referee like, why didn't I get a penalty there, sir? I think it was as he kicked it, he got caught, and he's up and okay. And here comes another change for the Hammerheads. It'll be Musa making way for Cole here in the 72nd minute.
Interesting there, because that's a defense for defense switch, and Musa's actually played very well. Big, strong, powerful out there on the right side, and has done very well keeping Zach Prince and Dante Marini quiet.
Van Schaik's making way for Chang as the Battery go all offense here. So a little bit of invention with Chang. Can he do something to unlock this Wilmington back 4? The Battery with a man advantage, throwing caution to the wind. It's a throw in here for the Battery. Midway up inside the Wilmington half on the far side. We're live tonight on 1450. Wilmington allow the Battery to throw it in square. It's worked to Falvey quickly. Falvey's got Griffith wide on this near side. It was a bit behind him, that. But Griffith's going to have a go now. Cuts into trouble. Has to tackle, and Wilmington can bring it away here. Well, it goes into touch, and it'll be a throw in. There's tempers flaring here on this near side as Lewis gets involved. Cody Arnaud came across like he was going to have a word with Andre Lewis. It's a yellow card for
Van Schaik.
One of the Battery players. Looks like Van Schaik, who just sits down there, who's off the pitch. It looked like he was pointing at Van Schaik. Prince was the one who was standing up. One of those two got booked, and they're not even playing in the game anymore. It's a throw-in for Charleston. A handshake there from Lewis to his opposite number, so no hurt feelings there. As Abdallah just whips it out to the far side. Now here's Wilson. Goes backwards to Ferguson. Charleston are going to possess the ball. You would think they're going to have the majority of the game here with the man advantage, but can they make it count? Where it counts. Long ball forward. Headed on. Chance at the back post for Marini, and he volleys over the top. Goal kick. And there's another injury in the box.
It was a chance, wasn't it, for Marini, who just rushed a bit, but he wanted to take it off the volley, and I think that was the right option. Just couldn't get the dynamic right and put it on frame.
We're going to have some attention. I'll tell you what, we're going to have some stoppage time at the end of this game. It has been one incident after another.
Well, that time at the end is gonna matter, because remember, Charleston, when they come out here in Blackbaud Stadium, they want 3 points every time. And so with this 1 goal lead, or deficit, excuse me, they know that 1 goal won't do enough.
15 minutes to play at Blackbaud Stadium. It's Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington 1. The Hammerheads scored in the 4th minute. A follow-up for Nicholson from a direct free kick, a set piece. And that's what separates the sides. Let's see if this players are okay to continue. Wilmington lost a player, Aparicio, sent off for a second yellow card, and then he put a hole in the the dugout on his way to the locker room with a kind of a big right hand over the top, smashed it. Big punch from him. I've got to worry about his hand, if I'm honest, because that stuff's pretty hard.
Well, let's just hope that the extent of the damage stretches only to the field and not back to the locker room as well.
I know, right? That's DC United style from the old days when they smashed up the coffee pot famously after an Open Cup loss here in 1999. 15 minutes to go. Charleston trail Wilmington. Here come the Battery, though, with Wilson across the middle. Here to Chang, who passed it straight to a blue and white player of Wilmington. Barry get it back quickly with Griffith. Down the line to Lewis. Dispossessed. And it'll come all the way to the halfway line for Falvey. Falvey plays it short to Abdallah on his left foot. Pings it in. Oh, it's a good ball. A good turn for Cordovez, running at them at the top of the 18. Looks for some help. Plays it wide to Lewis, who's going to have to go retrieve it, which he does. Now Griffith. There's a good cross into the middle. It's away by Wilmington. Abdallah controls. Steps past a player. Squares it to Cordovez on his left foot. There's a shot and it hits the bar. Goal kick.
Oh, that's where you want it if you're Cordovez, off that left foot. Take a touch, and he wants the fans to get up off their feet, encourage the boys from the home side. And boy, it was so close off the crossbar, and that's why he's in the game, isn't it? He has that potential off of one touch to make this game equal.
Skimmed the top of the crossbar, Cordovez. That's the closest the Battery have come in the second half to breaking through. The ball finds touch on the far side. It's Wilmington's throw in at the halfway line. The time, though, the enemy here, the clock rather, 78 minutes in. We're approaching the last 10 minutes. Wilmington working their socks off to keep this scoreline the same. That is offside, Cody Arnaud. So, free kick now for the Battery.
This game has had Dave Irving's DNA written all over it as a coach, doesn't it? Which is interesting because he was a striker back in his professional days, but it's certainly been a defensive-minded game. And for me, Andrew, going down a man certainly in this position sometimes can benefit you because you do focus a bit more defensively. You don't want to push up, but I think if you ask any coach, they'd rather have 11 men on the field.
It's a great ball from Abdallah to find Cordovez on this near side, whose touch is poor, though. And it's behind for a goal kick. He got a bit lucky there, Abdallah, with that nutmeg on Cody Arnaud. And then it was a tremendous ball forward. And a goal kick ensues. The referee's coming across to Robertson, telling him to get on with it. 79 minutes in. 1-0 the score. Wilmington ahead. Wilmington lift it forward. Arnaud gets a piece of it, but it'll drop for Ferguson, who controls it and rolls it into the path of Lewis. Lewis in traffic. Oh, he's looking for Diouf to turn there, and he played it straight to the Wilmington man, and Wilmington have it back at the halfway line. Charleston need to work hard here with Chang digging in and Lewis. And pressure Barcelona style, don't you? You've got a man advantage. Chasing the game, you've got to get after it as Ferguson puts himself into a bit of trouble down there and ends up conceding a throw-in, level with the 18 on the far side. Rochester and Orlando are level at ones. Dayton and LA level. Oh, it's a good tackle there by Marini, who wins it back, and Chang now can roll it forward to Diouf. Diouf turns with possession and is tackled on the far side and rolls it into touch. He's given it away there, and it'll be Wilmington with the set piece, with the throw-in, who can just take the time and frustrate the Battery. You can really sense the frustration, not just with the fans watching, but with the players, as Chang plays it now to Lewis, to Abdallah. Griffith is overlapping, and here comes Griffith now to the halfway line. Back inside to Aminu Abdallah, the Vancouver man. Sends it forward over the top for Cordovez. Can he get on the end of it? He can. Tackled. Can he get the shot away? He turns into trouble. Chance maybe for Diouf. And out comes Roberts. Good goalkeeping there to pick the ball up under pressure.
And there you see Cordovez just charging at the defenders, looking for that ball over the shoulder. And it almost fell to him.
I just think in that situation, though, he just needs to set that ball back for a shot. Yeah. And instead he turned into the defender. And, you know, you're always, it's 50-50 when you're turning into a tackle like that.
And I think Diouf just had a word with him about it, because he was offering support in the box. Looked to be in a bit more space than Cordovez was.
Lewis floats it forward for Griffith. Lovely control from the Antigua man. Plays it across the middle. Flicked on at the back post. There's the keeper again. Diouf with a little flick, looking for Cordovez. 10 minutes to go. You have to think it's going to be more of the same, and Wilmington hanging on here. Doing a good job managing the game as well, with doing their best to frustrate Charleston. It'll be a throw-in for the Hammerheads now at the halfway line on the far side. Charleston haven't won a game at Blackboard Stadium this year in USL Pro games. 2 wins for the season coming on the road. Last weekend, actually, Harrisburg and Dayton. Here's a throw-in for the Charleston Battery. Wilson takes it quickly, finds Abdallah, whose passing range has helped since he's come into the match. Here's Griffith. Down the line, first time ball for Lewis. Lewis turns, looks inside now to Abdallah. He's got time and space on the ball, and Abdallah picks out Chang. Chang squares it for Diouf, holds it up at the top of the box. Back to Abdallah. Outside of the boot, swings it out to Marini, and it's away by Wilmington.
Nice lunging challenge there from Cole, just to knock it out of play and hold up possession for the Charleston Battery.
Outside of the boot from Lewis for Griffith. Griffith cuts onto his left foot, fires it in at the near post. Oh, I tell you what, that was close. It was headed behind by Fairclough. It'll be a corner kick for the Battery.
And I'll tell you, Fairclough needed to make that touch, because it looked from up here going goalwards. And if it wasn't for that touch, it might have slipped in, or Diouf was right there if it had gone past Fairclough.
Here's the corner for Charleston. Chang whips it in at the near post. Doesn't beat the first man. Into touch it goes. Well, you got a chance, don't you, from a set piece, but you got to get that ball into the mixer. And Charleston will have a throw in here. Quickly taken. The big boys have to trot back and get goal side, of course. Here's Falvey. Controls it, rolls it across to Griffith, who has been dangerous coming inside onto his left foot. Now he goes around the outside. That is a right-footed ball to the back of the 18. Marini first to the loose ball, plays it quickly to Wilson. Wilson, good ball into the middle. Cordovez tried to lash it home but missed it, and Wilmington pump it clear. It's all hands to the decks. To the pumps for Wilmington. They are really working hard here. 84 minutes in. They've got a 1-0 lead. It's Falvey, the captain, to the halfway line for Charleston. Forward now to Abdallah. Turns with possession. Cordovez starts his little run. He goes to Griffith. Griffith sets it into the middle. It takes a deflection, and the keeper, Roberts, can pick it up.
And there's Campbell again, just all game. For me, he's been the man of the match. In the right place at the right time. Has dealt with Quentin Griffith moving forward. Andre Lewis has been dangerous, but Campbell has had an answer for every question that Lewis has proposed.
That'll be a throw for Wilmington on this near side. It came off Griffith last. Charleston are going to make another change. It's going to be Ferguson making way for Mueller. I'm wondering if he's going to just go up front here, Mueller. He is, so they're just going for it, the Battery. Why not? It's a throw-in for Wilmington. They take it, control it. And we'll probably go to the corner flag, I would imagine.
It's not too early for that.
Oh, it's one back by Griffith, who thumps it straight at the Wilmington player. Throw in Charleston, the result. Griffith smacks it forward. Marini will give chase, but he's not going to get there. And it's out for a throw-in on the far side. Wilson sets his position and receives the throw. Charleston trying to get something out of this game. They've got Mueller up front, who's a defender, of course. It's set forward now, rolled forward to Abdallah. On the ground, he picks out Diouf. Good first-time ball for Mueller. Mueller plays it across square. Comes to Diouf at the edge of the 18! Oh, what a strike! Good save by Roberts. It's not fully clear yet. Mueller back towards Marini. Wilmington get it away.
Mueller off his first touch creates the best chance of the game for Charleston. And Diouf put it right into the path of Quillian.
Roberts just put his hands up and blocked it. That was headed in. Marini with a throw. Or Mueller, rather. To Abdallah. They're appealing for a penalty. Not given. Lewis keeps it alive. Here's Griffith. Needs to control it. Turns inside onto his left foot. Swings it into the back post. Flag is up. It wouldn't have counted. Cordovez was offside. It'll be a free kick for the Wilmington Hammerheads. 5 minutes to play. Well, it's edge of the seat stuff at Blackboard Stadium, but for the wrong reasons. Charleston are throwing everything forward. Kitchen sink time here. Charleston 0, Wilmington 1. The score. The Battery looking to level. But Wilmington standing firm. Defending very gamely as Chang beaten in the air, and here come the Hammerheads 3 against 3. They get it wide. Down he goes, Griffith. He got a piece of it. Didn't win the ball cleanly though. Needs to be careful as the ball is poked across. There's really no one in the box for Wilmington, and Wilson can bring it here, and Charleston are going to stretch Wilmington now with the pace of John Wilson to the halfway line. Still going. Down the line it goes. That's going to be a throw-in for Wilmington. Cordovez couldn't control it. Just came off him into touch. 87 minutes in. Charleston 0, Wilmington 1. Very frustrating, I'm sure, for the home fans. Wilmington loving every second of it. It's going to be a yellow card here for time wasting.
I think it's Cole who got the yellow.
Cole, the substitute, booked. He won't mind that. There's the throw-in. And it's Falvey with possession. Puts it into the path of Abdallah. You can feel the urgency. Abdallah trying to force it forward here. He's got Griffith wide. Plays it right down the middle to Diouf. Diouf sets it away to Abdallah. Into the gap for Lewis. Can he get there? Yes. Plays it across, but it's behind for a goal kick.
It's just been that ball in that's been lacking, hasn't it? We saw Mueller off of his first touch put in a good one, but really Quentin Griffiths had a couple chances to put him some balls. He's done well in some occasions, but the service has not been everything that Diouf and Cordovez would have liked.
Roberts pings it away. Griffith wins the header, the aerial duel, but it's a throw-in for Wilmington.
It's a much different side than we saw in preseason, who came to Charleston, this Wilmington side, and just looked flat, didn't they? They've come out today and looked just tremendous.
Yeah, they've played well today. They've had the lead. It inspired them, I think, to the performance that they've given tonight, which has been superb defensively. Charleston working hard, but have yet been able to break them down. It's Griffith now at the halfway line. Plays it forward early, looking for the run of Taylor Mueller. It's headed behind awkwardly, and here's a chance for the Battery. It's a corner kick. And that's pressure building on the visitors.
Excuse me, Andrew, that's one that really did not need to be conceded. If the communication was better between Quillian, he might have just called him off right there.
It's going to be Andre Lewis to take the corner from this near side. Sends it into a good area, headed away by the Hammerheads. Lewis Good corner there. It's back out to Wilson, who's allowed time to look up. And he drifts one into the box again. Headed on by Mueller. Away, though, by Wilmington. Not fully clear. Griffith controls. Drills it in on the ground. Chance for Marini if he can get it away. He can't, and nor can Mueller. And Wilmington just push it to the halfway line again. Being urged to get out here, Wilmington. They're absorbing pressure, holding a very deep defensive line. Griffith swings it out to the far side. Headed down. Chance maybe for Lewis. He couldn't control it, or rather, it was Diouf who turned with it, and it'll be a simple one in the end for Roberts to pick up. We're into the 90th minute. Let's keep an eye on the fourth official. He, for a moment, is going to become the most important person in the stadium. Let's see how much time he adds on here.
Well, there were some red cards, there were some injuries. Wow.
6 minutes. Well, I never. There's still time, isn't there? Wilmington are going to take that opportunity to make a change. Drew Ruggles is about to come in for Miller.
Great game there by Miller, who was out on that right side. Really early on was posing much, almost all the threat for Wilmington, and he's coming off the field surely a little short-winded. And good to see Ruggles getting some time here at Wilmington. He had a stint with the Battery here in preseason, moved up north.
I thought he did well, actually, Miller. Now off he comes. He took 40 seconds, by the way, to get off the field. Here's Wilson for the Battery. Charleston with a reprieve of sorts. They've got 6 minutes to work with. Wilson just plays it long into the danger area. Cordovez sets it down. Volleyed away out to the far side. Throw in Charleston, an attacking throw. They need a ball out there. Here it comes from the ball boy on the far side. It'll be a long throw here, will it, from Taylor Mueller into the danger area. Up comes Falvey. This is very much a set piece. A chance for the Battery. Well, there's pushing and shoving in the box. The referee's got to sort it out. It takes more time off the clock. It's Abdallah who's the Battery player involved. I think it was Parrott there for Wilmington. Here comes the throw into the box. Dealt with by Wilmington. Sent back forward by Charleston. Marini beaten in the air. Griffith controls, and big volleyed clearance. Free kick. Wilmington as Griffith squares up with Campbell.
Q just needs to get back right now. Fourth official coming off of his line. Not sure that's needed.
Yeah, he needs to go back onto the side, the fourth. That's Wayne Pavlicek. It's Griffith who's booked. Not sure what that was for, really. Yellow card, though. And a free kick for Wilmington. We've played 2 minutes of the 6 that have been added on here at Blackboard Stadium. Wilmington trying to hang on for what would be a massive 3 points on the road against their local rivals. Roberts smashes it downfield. Griffith lets it run. Arnaud volleys it out of the stand. He'll get booked for that. Cody Arnaud. He's booking the Wilmington player for kicking the ball away. Well, that takes a few seconds off as well, doesn't it? Griffith just needs to flow this in square. He gets it to Chang. Chang's got acres of space to work with. Wilmington retreat ahead of him. Here comes Chang, the Cuban, to the halfway line. Brings it forward. Lewis wants it to feet. Takes a touch. Finds Chang again. They can't mess about too much here. It's Abdallah now. Middle of the park. Sends it round the outside. Good ball that to Cordovez. Turns with possession. To the byline. Cross comes in. It's away by Wilmington. It's Cordovez again. Squaring up to his defender. Now he gets a ball into the back post, headed square. Charleston can't get on the end of it. Too high for Marini, and away it goes into touch. Throw in Charleston. Whistle went for something there, did it? The referee didn't like something that happened. It'll be a free kick for Wilmington. By my watch, we've got 2.5 minutes to play. It is quite exciting. We're in stoppage time here at the end of the game. You're listening live on Sports Radio, 1450 AM. Wilmington 1-0 up over the Battery. Griffith heads to the halfway line. Lewis beaten in the air. Falvey just sends it straight down the middle. Fairclough heads it high, and it'll find touch on the far side. Throw in Charleston Battery. Mueller's going to go across to take it. He needs to get that ball quickly and looks to work it into a dangerous area. He does have a long throw, Taylor Mueller, in his arsenal. Here it comes. Didn't really get the distance on it, and it's headed away. Lewis gets to the loose ball first. Brings it forward. Rolls it wide now to Griffith. He's had the better of Campbell tonight, as Lewis is dispossessed by Arnaud. Wilmington just need to lump it away, which is what they do. Concede possession. 90 seconds remain. We've run out of soccer balls, have we, here at Blackboard Stadium? Here comes the throw now for the Battery. The referee wants him to step back a little bit. He's allowed to throw it in square, though, and it's Abdallah who controls it. Must be terrible watching this as a coach, Dane, as Wilson now sends it into the mixer. Headed up and away by Wilmington. Controlled by Chang. On his left foot, tries to get it in square, but he can't get it there. Abdallah in with a challenge, wins it back. He's got Lewis overlapping on his right foot here. Aminu Abdallah into the mixer. Headed away by Wilmington. They've defended well. Cordovez heads it down. Abdallah on his left foot this time. Has he got the quality? Into the middle. Headed away again by Wilmington. The referee looked at his watch there, telling the players to get forward here. Oh, it's Griffith. He missed his pass. Wilson rather, flicks it forward. Free kick, Wilmington. There was a push in the box, and that could be it, folks.
Man, how about this onslaught that Wilmington have sustained just about 6 minutes in?
Yeah, 6 minutes have been played, Dane. I wonder if he'll add a few seconds for the yellow card to Arnaud.
It can't be much more than this, I don't think.
Yeah, usually the referee's done his work. He's wants to get out of here as much as the next man. He glanced at his watch again. It's Cooper who brings it to the edge of the 18, throws it forward. One last chance perhaps for the Battery. Here comes Falvey, invited forward. He's going to have to chance his arm and play it out to the far side. Headed away by Wilmington, who pick it back to the halfway line. Now it's Wilson. Referee looks at his watch again. Forward to Lewis. There's no time for messing around here. Lewis with possession. Still Lewis. The referee telling him to get on with it because time running out. Gets it wide. Marini on the left foot. Into the middle. Headed away. Surely that's it.
Wow.
He's torturing the Wilmington bench. There is the final whistle. Wilmington 1, Charleston Battery 0. The final score. The fourth official's getting an earful from head coach of the Hammerheads, David Irving. I think he got it right, though. He played an extra minute because of the substitution and the yellow card.
America's top travel magazine named Charleston the best city in the nation, so it's no secret that people are flocking here. But people from all over the world come to MUSC for our unparalleled expertise year after year. Maybe that's why so many national organizations invest in our breakthroughs, and why so many of the world's top doctors continue to join us. So while Charleston's magnetic draw may not surprise you, we wanted to remind you about ours. MUSC, changing what's possible.
points every time they step foot on this field here at Daniel Island, and throughout the first 5 games they have yet to do so, register 3 points. And you know, you just hope that looking forward to Wednesday's game against a PDL squad, we can maybe give the home fans something to go home happy about.
Charleston Battery post-game show here on Sports Radio 1450 AM. We're just looking down at Coach Anhauser on the field. We'll give him a few seconds. I'm sure he'll come up and talk to us here on the radio. We should hope so anyway. We'll probably have to give him a little reminder. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll have more from the Charleston Battery post-game show here on Sports Radio 1450 AM. Stay with us, folks. There's still plenty more to come. The final score tonight, Charleston Battery 0, Wilmington Hammerheads 1. Back with the post-game show after these words.
Double 3 by Hill.